Hello, here we are at David's Tea, which is the absolute craze of Manhattan. What usually we talk about as business challenges, we have a business opportunity to actually chat about today. So here I am with two wonderful gentlemen. We actually have Howard from David's Tea. Thanks, Howard.
Thank you.
And we have Dom. So maybe you can tell us a little bit just about your business model and what is David's Tea?
David's Tea we're a specialty retail loose leaf tea. We sell loose leaf tea as well as all the tea accessories related to that.
You've got several stores in Canada, and now you've got this expansion opportunity with people loving tea, and what's not to love about tea? How do you think about really putting some great business process in place, and what types of things are you trying to do strategically to grow?
Well, I think right now we're trying to put in the infrastructure in place to be able to grow from our small chain of one store 3 years ago to an international business. And part of that is putting in proper IT and infrastructure as well as people and processes in place.
So I've had your tea this morning, and I have to say it's absolutely fabulous. So what's your expansion opportunity so I can get some of this in Seattle?
We started opening our first 2 stores in New York within the last few months, and our plans are to expand into the States further and across the country. You can also get our stuff online.
That's terrific. So I love the distributed and multi-channel kind of strategy that you have. As you set up the business, you've got multiple different streams that you're really trying to move forward as you grow.
Yeah, I mean, we're focused on our retail experience, but we're also looking into corporate office business as well as e-commerce going on the web, and we're making a big push in the coming years to really expand the e-commerce because we can get across North America quickly and people can take advantage of our teas right away.
Obviously, you're trying to just have this prolific effect on the market. You know, people are loving tea. We've got people already running down the street here in your store in New York. You know, from an IT perspective, how do you have to think about how to really bring the business forward with technology?
Well, Microsoft Dynamics has the luxury of having a very small footprint on the hardware we're using. So no matter if we have 70 stores or 700 stores, we know that the product is going to be able to scale accordingly to our growth. So we have confidence actually that no matter where we want to go, no matter the cities that are chosen to open stores, we know as long as we have an internet connection and we can have good hardware, we're going to be able to open our stores, no problem.
So scalability is a key requirement, obviously, and we can help you get the internet connection. I'm sure everything is going well that way. What other types of things and considerations are you making when you're thinking about just your IT decisions?
Training, for example, because people are very used and comfortable with the Microsoft environment, Microsoft Dynamics is also blending into the same usability. So whenever we put a new user in front of the terminal, it doesn't take very long for them to grasp the concept and be able to ring transactions in a very, very quick manner.
That's great. I can imagine that's a critical success factor as you're growing from a corporate perspective. Not only do your IT people and the people that are managing the business really with you are trying to really grow with you, but you've got all these associates that are going to be joining, you know, to help people in the store. Mm-hmm. So how is IT really helping you, what I heard you say, really optimize for your customer experience in store and online?
It's not only a scan environment because we also sell beverages. So we have to have a combination of scanning and barcodes with an interactive touchscreen so that people can actually select products that are non-barcoded. The layout of Microsoft Dynamics AX is actually really, really easy to use in terms of an IT perspective because we can really, from head office, control the look and feel of the interface, and we can make it very easy for the sales associates to pick non-barcoded products.
So this terrific expansion opportunity that you have going on, clearly you've got to consider just your international growth now. So you've got Canada, you've got the US, you're selling loose leaf tea. There's probably, you know, we've got all these great cans. So were there any requirements that you needed, you know, with regards to just the differences between units here in the US and in Canada?
Yeah, we had to be able to look at a software that could handle multi-currency, multi-language, multi-national in terms of tax codes and stuff like that. So we had very few players that sort of could handle the multinational to do that, and we did the expansion into the US. We made the decision to open the stores in the US after we actually decided to roll out AX. We knew we would eventually go into the US, but the plans came up a lot faster than we thought, and it was able to handle we were able to open up the New York stores relatively quickly from an IT perspective.
Yeah, and so maybe Dom, you can comment on that because you were the guy that actually made all this happen from an IT perspective. So, you know, what types of things were you noticing about just you know, the software and how it helped you really maintain this growth?
Microsoft Dynamics really made it easy in terms of the support for different unit of measures because it's 2 different countries, 2 different rules, and also we have different unit of measures. So we have kilograms in Canada, we have ounces in the United States. AX was really enabling us to be able to live with both worlds.
To go live, right before the holidays for a retail business, that's a little bit of a risk. So maybe from your perspective, what were you guys thinking?
The big challenge for us is we were growing very quickly, and our current solution, our current software environment, had a very time limit. We didn't know how long we'd be able to do. We had a software that could maybe be good for 10-store chain. We were getting up to 70, plus going to the US. And we believe it wouldn't be able to handle that, particularly in the US.
Dom, that clearly put some pressure on you and your team. So what kinds of things were you guys thinking about?
Well, first of all, we like pressure, so it's like that's the kind of world we live in anyway, day to day. We really had confidence. Looking at the system itself, looking how usable, scalable it is, and also we had pressure in terms of the legacy system was getting obsolete. We couldn't have lived longer with that old system. So it's a combination of having to get out and move to the next step, also looking at that new platform who is very extensible, great partners also that were giving us extra confidence, and just we felt that we had to be ready for Christmas, also especially to capture good purchase history and good sales data that we can reuse next year.
So clearly the customer experience is kind of at the heart of your business, and just being here and talking to some of the customers at the event this week, people love the tea. But they also, I noticed, kind of they go down to the one that they really love. We clearly have 3 different teas right in front of us here. So I would imagine that customer analytics and just understanding about the customer is really critical. So how are you thinking about just that customer experience and really thinking about that business model and making sure that experience is just awesome every time they're either online or in the store?
It is an awesome experience. We don't want to take it to the next level. We want to be able to take the customer experience and get to know them a little bit more so we can expand it. We're really looking forward to being able to, now that we have the IT infrastructure, to really take advantage of the information that the customers provide for us and really target them and really understand them better and provide them even better service, whether through in-store or as well as the web. That's part of our project for the next few years, is really to look at the CRM and other programs that really will help us even do a better job at servicing the client.
I cannot tell you how excited I personally am to see your business grow. So thank you guys very much.
You're welcome.